Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Let's start immediately with a general reading for the element, fire element. We had the Wheel of Fortune with Jupiter, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer. We had the Ten of Swords with Uranus, Gemini, and we have the Eight of Pentacles with Mercury, Virgo. These two cards are letting us know that quick sudden changes are coming to your life during the month of February. Anything that you have planned, any strategy that you have created needs arrangement or rearrangement or adjustment or readjustment. There are going to be quick sudden changes. Therefore, you need to reanalyze the priorities, your goals and objectives, and act accordingly. Okay? This is a time that you really need to think and analyze. You're going to be thinking and analyzing your life, where you are and where you want to go. Uranus is about progress, also evolution, evolving, and that's going to be something that you're going to be very concerned during February 2015, fire signs. The Wheel of Fortune is also about progress, evolution, evolving, but it's also about changes. So this month of February is about changes. So whatever you have planned on January, just make sure that you have other plans. If you have plan A, make sure that you have B, and if you have B, make sure that you have C. Because February is all about quick sudden changes, surprises, but at the same time, planification. Okay? That's more or less what I have for you. I forgot to mention Mercury and then Gemini is all about communication, studies. Therefore, that aspect is also contemplated during this time of the year. There could be messages that arrive to you that will change the dynamic in your life. It could be something related with studying that you decide to pursue that. Okay? More or less that's what we have for you, my fire signs for February 2015. Now let's go and pay a closer attention to each individual sign. Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, this is your reading. We have Babalu, we have the Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Notice that Babalu is giving the back to the Knight of Wands, and the Wands is walking towards the Seven of Cups. Aries, there are certain things that are not working for you. You probably have noticed that already. And if you haven't, you're going to notice during this time of the year. This is about things that are not working. It could be a relationship, it could be a contract, because we have Babalu here, upside down. That for me, it means also contracts. Therefore, is announcing the failure of a contract, a promise that was given. Something is not going to work. It's not going to yield any results, any fruit. Either you walk out of that situation in a very voluntarily. You walk out of it voluntarily because you realize that you have to do that in order to move on, or life is the one bringing that change, is bringing that failure in order to make you move into a different direction in life. But that's the energy. Okay? Something is going to fail and it's going to push you into a different direction, be it because you realize that and you do it yourself, or life does it for you. Okay? Don't forget that at the end of the video we have the rising sign, so you can analyze how things are going to be for you according to your rising sign. Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015. Fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Leo, this is your reading. We have karma, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Staff, and the Ten of Swords representing Uranus, Gemini. Leo, quick sudden changes in your life, closely related with real estate or savings. So if you were planning to save money, invest money, or sell, there's going to be changes in that. They're going to be quick, they're going to be sudden, it's going to be a surprise. Okay? For example, you have a baby and now you have to move out because the space now is too small. That's the kind of energy that I'm talking about. Things that you were not planning are emerging. Okay? And then are forcing you to look into, in this particular case, savings, money, finances, and more specific, real estates. Okay? It could be also investments. That's what we have here. It could be that you start studying, analyzing that you need to sell, move out to another house. Whatever it is, you are realizing that you have to do the move. So you decide during the month of February to do that. You could be that you decide to sell a house, a car, whatever it is. You might decide to do that. Or life pushes you into that direction, my dear Leo. That's what we have for you during February 2015. Don't forget that at the end of the video we have the rising sign. That way you have an idea how everything is going to relate with you according to your rising sign. Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015. Fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is your reading. We have Ochumare, we have the Tower, we have the Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Sagittarius, it doesn't matter how I put it, what it means is the end of a relationship. Now the question is how it's going to come to an end. It all depends. Number one, Mercury Virgo here, the Eight of Pentacles, is letting us know that, number one, you have been thinking and analyzing and contemplating this for quite a while. So number one, it could be that you initiate the end of the relationship, the collapse of it, whichever way you want to call it. If that's the case and you have decided that, then it's going to be a positive outlook for you. It all depends how you want to see it. It's all about perspective. Now, because this is Mercury Virgo, it could also mean that the other person is the one that is being analyzing and contemplating this, and is the other person that is doing the movement and bringing the relationship to an end. But it's something related with family that is going to come to an end. Okay? That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Like I said, this could be positive. It could be that you're in a relationship that is not worth it, and you have realized that, and you decide that it's time for you to move on, and you bring an end to it. It could be the other way around. You should always remember it's all about yin and yang and perspective. If you want to see this as something negative, it's negative. If you want to see it as something positive, yeah, it's positive. It all depends how you want to see it. Okay? Don't forget that at the end of the video, we have the rising sign, so you have an idea how you're going to be reacting according to your rising sign. Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015. Fire signs: Aries.Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. We have here Aries. If your rising sign is Aries, what we have here is contemplation, analysis. You're studying, analyzing carefully the circumstances. And this is good because Aries rules the head. So you're going to be thinking and analyzing a lot before taking action. Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. Your rising sign is Taurus. What we have here is relatively something positive. It's talking about stability, progress, and growth. Okay. Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. Okay? If your rising sign is Gemini, the best advice that I can give you is use this month as a vacation. Use it to take a rest. That's a positive way of seeing it, or you can see it that way. Or the other way around is be very careful because this might affect you health-wise. Okay? Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. If your rising sign is Cancer, this is all about introspection, melancholy, depression, nostalgia. That's from the negative side. From a positive perspective, it means that you're going to be thinking, analyzing a lot. It's going to be a time for you to ruminate in these experiences in order to help you grow. It all depends how you're going to react. My experience, I know that this means that you might isolate yourself, you might be involved in self-pity and feel a little bit down or depressed, sad, nostalgic, or something along that line. Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. If your rising sign is Leo, I really don't have to say much here. This is talking about something that comes to an end. Relationship, partnership, association, membership, whatever it is, something comes to an end, and it's tightly related with contract or a promise. Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. If your rising sign is Virgo, this is all about being indifferent and apathy and indifference. Okay, the dynamic during the month of February, that's what elicits in you. If you're rising, welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. Rising sign is Libra, my dear fire signs. This is going to be a really good time for you because you could be a great psychologist, we could say that, because it's going to be a time for you to bring light into your inner world. It will be time for you to see and understand clearly a lot of feelings and emotions that you probably were not aware, or you're going to be dealing with them during this time of the year. Okay? Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. If your rising sign is Scorpio, what we have here is certain degree of confusion, but this time you're going to have a hard time letting go. It's like you are still chained to the circumstances. Okay? If you're welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. Rising sign is Sagittarius. We could say that, number one, in a positive way, there's always going to be a lending hand, a helping hand for you, my dear Sagittarius. In a negative way, it means that what I explained for your sign, my dear fire signs, it means that someone is bringing the problems, the seeds of discord into the dynamic of the month of February. Okay? Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. If your rising sign is Capricorn, this seems to be working for your advantage. It's all about stability, growth, and being secure. This kind of situation. If you're rising, welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. The sign is Aquarius. We're talking about a feeling of, I think that the word despair is way too tragic, but it's along that line. That's how you might feel during this time of the year, February 2015. You're in Aquarius, probably because you have goals, objectives in life, and it didn't work out the way you wanted. And so it's normal that you feel a little bit despair or discouraged or disappointed during this time of the year. So it's part of life. Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2015. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your rising sign. Remember at the beginning and mention the element, general reading for the element. Then I went more specific on each sign, and now we're going to the rising sign. If your rising sign, my dear fire signs, if your rising sign is Pisces, this is what we have for you. There is going to be a reluctance to see the truth. There is going to be a denial from your part of what is going on, what is happening. If there is an insistence on staying on the same ground without making any changes, there is, like I said, there's going to be a denial and reluctance to change or move on. Okay? That could be because you're being very idealistic and you cannot accept the reality that all this has changed for you. This is what I have for you for February 2015.